Sean ended up killing it. I think I said on here.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Okay, what's happening, Gator Nation? This is Doug Archer. I'm filling in for Sean Lathrop tonight. And with me tonight is Carrie Hover. Thanks for being here, Carrie, on short notice. But we're carrying on with our pregame show tonight, and I'd like to talk about the Gators a little bit now. 1-1. You have your typical high school up and down roller coaster ride. Week 1. Gators win convincingly against Ridgeway. Week 2, they have it handed to them a little bit against a really, really good Clarion football team. Tonight, the Gators face the Hubbers, who are at they're 0-2. And before I hand it over to Carrie to talk about Smethport and what they have to offer tonight, a little bit about last week's game for the Gators. The score was obviously lopsided, but there was a lot of positives to get from that game. The Gators were able to move the ball. They moved the ball quite well, I thought. And although the score got away from them, truth be told, that's the best quarterback the Gators are going to see this year. That's the best team we'll see until you reach possibly state quarterfinals. Now the Gators now are looking from below to Red Bank, Brockway, both teams with a game ahead of them. But I look for the Gators to do similar to what they did last year. Gators dropped the game against Central Clarion week 2 and then went on a run. I expect the Gators to do the same thing starting tonight. And here's Carrie with the Smethport Hubbard rundown.
Thank you, Doug. Yeah, like we were talking before the game, Central Clarion might be the best team in the whole district regardless of region. They had a great quarterback in Jace Ferguson. Mason Burford, the wide receiver, was a tall, athletic receiver. The offensive line was athletic. They had speed. I mean, they were a really good team. But there was a lot of positives that the Gators had in the first half. Had our chances. 21-6, almost scored right at the end of the first half. Ended up 1 yard short. Lost some momentum going into halftime, and came out, and it was just a tale of two halves. But you texted me at 2:08 today, asked me if I wanted to do this. I appreciate you having me. You asked me to get the scoop on Smethport, so according to my sources, I reached out to my cousin Todd Higley from Smethport, tried to track down Scott McGuire's phone number, talked to Scott on the phone. He's the PA announcer for Smethport, and I got the scoop on them. So a lot of these quotes are Scott's quotes. I don't know if this is a scoop, but for Gator fans, we were expecting to see Brenton McDowell. He was the quarterback for the first 2 games. According to Scott, he said that Smethport's going to be starting true freshman Jack Sherry. It's his first start. Scott said he has great upside, just needs some experience, thinks he's going to be really, really good. And he said, let's start planning for the future. He's a great kid, great student, probably a little nervous, and they just want to keep the Port Allegany big offense or defensive line off his back in his first start. In the backfield, Ryan Mason, number 2, and Jonah Gano, number 3, are going to be sharing the running back responsibilities. Scott said Jonah's a tough kid, not very big, pretty shifty, athletic. Also in the backfield, you're going to see Bo Kirkman. He thought he was number 5, but according to the program, he's number 44. he said they'll line them up, do some wildcat with them, and they've done that a few times in the past few weeks. Offensively, they're in the shotgun set. They don't go under center much. They do some bunch, unbalanced line. Not sure if they're going to do that tonight. You know, everything might go out the window with a freshman quarterback and do things, basic. So we'll see. I asked him about the offensive line. He said there's quite a bit of experience on the line. Cole Zuba, Logan Hurlbert are 3-year starters. Had some success when they started, their sophomore years. Offensively, they'll overload one side and sometimes run back the opposite way, so we'll look for that. Defensively, he had nothing but good things to say about Owen Roundsville. Really athletic kid. He said probably their best defensive player. Really instinctual kid, learning on the fly, plays hard. He's a junior. This is his first year of varsity. Hasn't played football in a couple years, so he's learning on the fly, like Scott said. Very coachable, wants to be better. He highlighted his game against Cameron County. Said he had the first 5 or 6 tackles of the game. Had a 95-yard pick 6 against Red Bank Valley. They move him all over the field. He's kind of a rover, looking to make plays. Ryan Mason, I already mentioned him. He's another person to look for defensively. He's a physical, athletic kid. And another thing Scott pointed out was last 11 games for Smethport dating back to last year, they've scored 11 touchdowns total. So their defense has been on the field a lot. So, we'll see who controls the line of scrimmage and see who controls the time of possession. He wanted to highlight the group coming up. Freshmen and sophomores are pretty talented and looking to be pretty decent in a couple of years. So thanks, Scott, for the scoop, and look forward to watching the game here tonight.
All right. With that, we're going to sign out. We'll head downstairs and we'll get streaming online. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, welcome Gator Nation. Tonight you are hearing a different voice. Sean Lathrop is out. So this is Doug Archer. I'm filling in for him. Normally is color commentator. And here with me tonight is Kerry Hover doing the color commentary.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Doug. When I picked my son Liam up, who's on the team, I told him I was doing the live stream tonight alongside you, and his first words were, "Oh God." So this might be my one and only time, but it's been fun so far, and thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for coming on such short notice. I don't know. It definitely was between noon and 4 when I got a hold of you. And I was surprised too. I was holding out hope that Sean would be here, but safe travels to you, Sean. You're probably listening wherever you're at, no doubt. We'll try to carry the mantle for you. So welcome, Gator Nation. Coin toss is happening right now out on the field. As soon as we get the possession, we'll relay that to you.
So if you're watching from home, you might not have heard some of the pregame festivities, but all the coaches are wearing purple and yellow for Mason Martin from Karn City, who suffered an injury. All of District 9 has rallied behind him. I saw the GoFundMe before I left, and it was over 58,000. So it's just really cool to see everybody rally behind him.
Please rise at this time for the playing of the national anthem, followed by the alma mater. And please remain standing after the alma mater.
Gary, it's a beautiful night for Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, very beautiful weather. I did rehearse this line a little bit earlier, but as a Buffalo Bills fan, Marv Levy said, where else would you rather be than right here, right now? Beautiful night to be here for a rivalry game between Smethport and Port Allegany.
I am not a Bills fan, but I greatly respect Marv Levy.
Yep.
And anything he had to say. I thought he was a great coach.
Yeah.
And a great man. Just quickly, I'd like to thank the people behind the scenes, the guys and girls. They get all the stuff set up for us. We do the talking, and that's really the easy part, I think, as far as setup goes. Mr. Bartlett, Mr. Funk, and our new tech person, Dakota. I don't know her last
Ladies
name.
and gentlemen, at this time, gentlemen, please remove your caps. Both the Smethport and Port Allegany communities would like to show their support for Karn City student athlete Mason Martin. Mason was injured in a serious accident during last Friday's game against Red Bank Valley. We would like to have a moment of silence as we show our support and continued prayers for Mason and his family.
All right, Gators coming to the sideline.
See how much power I had there?
Kneeling together, getting ready.
Yeah, that was a really cool scene, seeing Smethport and Port Allegany come together to celebrate Mason Martin. Like I said, to see both towns and the whole district rally behind him and his family, we're rooting for him, and hope he pulls through all this.
I mean, it sounds like there's been day-to-day improvement.
Yep, I think so. Yeah.
I got this. I got the I wish they'd make these solid glass.
Yep. I'll do a pour if you want. I'll take a shot. Here, the starting lineup for the Gators would be start with Peyton Stiles, number 3, senior running back. Number 8, Nick Wilfong, sophomore quarterback. Number 10, Jared Funk, sophomore wide receiver. Number 15, Tristan Kaiser, sophomore wide receiver. Number 22, Aiden Bliss, sophomore running back. Jake Causer, 24, junior wide receiver. And then as far as the line, 51, Carson Neely. 60, Levi Wilfong. 64, Miska Young. 70, Yuso Young. And 76, Braylon Button. And after the kickoff, maybe we can get a chance to go over Smethport's starting lineup. Kicks Tristan Kaiser with the return right up the middle. And he's met by number 5.
Tristan Kaiser on the return for the Gators.
Yeah, I'm wondering if 5 is that Bo Kirkman. That's what I was told, before the game, that he was number 5,
right.
but he's listed as number
Gators will
44.
start first and 10 at their own 32.
So number 5 is number 5 with the tackle anyway on the kickoff. We'll get that name. So 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line. Gators with 2 wide receivers out wide, 2 back. Bliss off to the side, Nick in shotgun. Draws Smethport off sides, first play of the game. A nice weapon for a quarterback to have.
Yeah, an extra 5 yards never hurts.
5-yard penalty, still first down.
All right, Gators, same formation. Handoff to Stiles off to the right side. He gets a first down and a few more yards up to the 45, 46-yard line.
Yep, looked like about an 8-yard run off tackle there.
Yeah. Good carry, lots of room. Gators now in the
So they got
kind
a
of
bunch
a
right here.
little trips here. Trips tight on the right side, single wide receiver to the far side. Pitch to Bliss outside, looking for one block there. Button outside getting a block on the, I didn't see the number. He just, gave him I think he gave him the first down, didn't he?
Yeah, that's a good thing for Bliss when you're around the corner and you've got Braylon Button leading the charge with just looking for somebody to block.
It was.
It's like Funk and Kaiser will flip-flop here.
Are they keeping Funk on the short side of the field? Is that what they've been doing?
That's what it looks like.
So far, Stiles with the carry, working his way inside, patient. Now dragging a tackler, number 3 for Smethport. Number 3, that's that Jonah Gano.
Yep.
With the tackle, holding on.
Second down 1.
That brings up a short yardage situation for the Gators.
Second down.
Could take a chance through the air here. Third would be 3rd and short if it doesn't work out.
Oh, I love that here. Yeah. Yep. It's a fairly easy first down to get, and you're going to go for it on 4th on this side of the 50 anyway.
Yep.
Oh, he's trying to draw him again. He almost got 50. Is that 58? Gators plenty of time on the clock. They're just going to go with the run with Stiles. He's got a man. Oh, big block there. Stiles bounces outside. He's got room. Number 7 knocks him out around the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like number 70, you so young, just laid somebody on their back, and that's going to clear the way for your running back any day.
That was a huge hit there. It kind of created a body jam of bodies right there after that. And then Peyton just read it and bounced outside.
Yep. Yeah, he read his blocks nicely there.
But that number 7, Roundsville, with the tackle. First and goal. Yep. Shotgun again, Stiles. Give it to Stiles' left side. He cuts back inside for gain to get to the 5,
yep.
4-yard line.
Looked like he had an opportunity to maybe bounce it outside there, but, depending on what the play call was, that might be where it was supposed to go. So a couple yards.
Second and goal.
Yeah, I think after, last week was a bit of a tough week for the offense, and although they had some success. I look for Peyton to really have a big night tonight, much like he did the first week with 4 touchdown performance. He was nominated for Jim Kelly Player of the Week in week 1.
So we're set up on the 4-yard line here, second and goal.
Bliss outside. He's going outside. Now he cuts it up, runs through the tackler and scores. Bliss scores.
Looks like if he'd have stayed outside, it might have been a little easier run, but, Aiden's a tough runner, so he put his head down and got himself in the end zone.
He decided, to heck with the easy, let me take somebody with me. I didn't see what number that was on the far side on Smethport. So the Gators move the ball all on the ground.
Yep.
Funk will attempt the extra point.
Funk to attempt the extra point. Nick Wilfong's the holder. Good snap. Good kick.
And it is good.
It is good with 8:59 in the first quarter. Gators 7, Hubbers 0.
And that's the way you want to start if you're the Gators. You probably talked in the last game that, the strength of the team is their big offensive line. They returned 5 starters from last year. Sometimes they go jumbo and they throw, Austin Freer, Cole Kisco in there as well. So they definitely have the size to, to create some running lanes for the running backs.
Yeah, you're right. I think Gary, out of all their positions, as good as their line is, their starting line, they're deep on the line.
Yeah.
With Freer and Kiska, and I also think that young Ethan Tarbucks, he'll be the next guy to come up on that line.
Yep. He's the next man up.
And then they also are running that package where they put Miska and Neely in the backfield.
Yeah, we saw that last week against Central Clarion.
Yeah. That would have me nervous if I was a linebacker, or at least as a corner.
Yeah, if you're staring across at Miska Young or Carson Neely with the threat of maybe running the ball, that would make you nervous.
All right, Gators set the kickoff. Funk. Sideways spiral. It's caught by, is that number 2? He cuts it back up to the middle. Is tackled by,
Mason on the return for the
is that 22? Aiden Bliss on the tackle? Aiden Bliss on kickoffs too?
I didn't get the number there, Doug. I was kind of just watching the play. I'm getting used to this.
It is hard. I brought binoculars tonight, but I doubt I'm going to use them. But anyway, 2, that's Ryan Mason, who I feel like is a 5th-year senior. We've been playing against this kid for a long time. He's a heck of a player. He's a bit of a headhunter on defense.
Looks like my scoop was right. Jack Sherry, freshman, getting the start at quarterback.
Number 11. That was big. So he's got 3 out of the backfield. He hits him quick. Tries to make a man miss. There's 3 Gators there waiting for him. He might have picked up a yard.
For a short gain. Gain of 2, second down 8.
So it'll be 2nd and 8. I guess they gave him the reach, a good reach there.
Coach Lent showed some, gave Sherry the opportunity to throw there, get the nerves out of the way, and, we'll see how it goes.
So, like you said, they'd be in almost all shotgun. They're in shotgun again. He looks downfield. Another quick pass to number 14. They're calling that a no catch.
Carey's pass intended.
As soon as he turned around, he was hit. Ball came out.
Yeah, Nick Wolfong made a nice hit there. Nick's not very big, but, you know, he lays the lumber sometimes. We saw that last week against Central Clarion along the sidelines. It was ruled a catch. I'm not sure it was, but we certainly will see some times where Nick will make a big hit like that.
That's funny you say that because that's exactly what I was thinking about after that ball came out and they called it a no catch.
Yeah.
Yep, so it's 3rd down and 8 for the Hubbers. They'll be again in shotgun. I can't find a number 14 on this sheet either, so I need to find out who that is for the Hubbers.
So they've passed, you know, 1st and 2nd down.
And
See
now
what
they
happens
pretty
here.
much have to. He's got an open man. He's trying to hit number 7 out here on the wide. It was a bit overthrown, and Nick Wilfong came up, nearly made the diving catch there.
Yep, and that pass was to Roundsville. We talked about him a little bit in the pregame. You know, he was mentioned as a standout on defense, but he's an athletic kid, and it looks like they're going to try to get him involved in the offense.
Roundsville, yeah. So they have listed here as a tight end safety. Looks like a wide receiver.
Oh, yeah.
So Hubbard's looking to punt. That's number 14. Again, I don't have a name for number 14, but that's a good high punt with a Hubbard bounce. That baby just bounced down beyond the 17-yard line, so that's a nice punt for the Hubbers there.
Punt down at the 18-yard line where the Gators will start 1st and 10.
Yep, very nice punt. Pins the Gators deep, and you know, we'll see what the offense does. They kept it on the ground the whole series, and you know, we'll see if they open it up and put it in the air a little bit.
Marked it on the 20.
I'm an old wide receiver, so I root for them to put the ball in the air. I love the ground and pound, but it's nice to see them air it out a little bit.
I know it, and you know, at some point you do have to work on that passing game. You're going to need it at some point in the season. You know, it's when do you decide to try to work it in?
Right.
Styles again to the right side. He's got a lot of room. We do have a flag down, but Pate's still going. He bounced outside. Stiff arms. Number 2 brings him down. Ryan Mason with the tackle.
Penalty on the Gators.
There was quite a gap there, so you wonder if there was a hold somewhere sometimes.
Yep. The holding's the call. I saw number 51, Carson Neely, make a really nice block, had his guy on his back again. So, you know, like we said, offensive line's the strength for the Gators, and, you know, they'll probably just keep it on the ground here.
Holding against Port Allegany.
I try to keep all the rules straight between
Pee-wee,
Pony, junior
high, and high school.
College.
It was a 10-yard penalty. Yeah, tough. That's a tough penalty because they just had a 1st down run there. 5-yard penalty.
Looks like they've got the bunch
So they're
right
on like
formation.
Yep. Single wide receiver on the left side. Styles or Bliss in the backfield takes the pitch, working outside. He's got 76 out in front of him, Braylon Button.
Yep.
Aiden Bliss on the carry for the Gators.
That was the same play we saw earlier with Button coming around just looking for somebody to block.
So far in that bunch of trips, they're just it's a pitch play.
Right.
They're sending a bunch of guys to try to seal the edge. So with 2nd and 4, yep. 2nd and 4 with 7:30 on the clock, 7:34 in the 1st quarter. Now they're in the I formation. No, pistol. Nick gives it to Styles. He just takes up the middle, sheds a tackler, continues shedding tacklers. He's still going. It's beyond the 1st down. There's a lot of grabbing going on there, Kerry, but they weren't wrapping them up.
Yeah, that was a heck of a run. That reminded me of Le'Veon Bell from his, you know, when he was in his prime. He kind of waited to let things develop, and then he just found the hole, and Peyton Styles just didn't go down there.
No, You're right. I think he shows really good patience. Peyton plays like a senior. You know, he's waited his time to be the guy, and he's a good, smart runner with instinct. So shotgun again to Bliss outside. He's got blockers out in front of him, but he cuts it back. Yep, number 2, Ryan Mason with the tackle.
Yeah, it was a nice little run there, heading right, ended up on the left-hand side of the field. I saw Carson Neely pulling around and you know, having a nice block. This 15-yard run. What a luxury to have you know, a veteran-laden offensive line to run behind.
Honestly, Kerry, I think it's the best offensive line in the region.
Yeah, I've been watching games since I was a little kid. I turned 40 in December, and you know, watching a ton of games here, I can't think of another offensive line that I would compare it to. It's like somebody's cramping
70 is you so young. No. Yeah, that's a. Huh? Yeah, that flag just came out while they're working on an injured player. This is kind of strange. What could that be?
I don't know. I'm still distracted by these purple and yellow jerseys. I look down, I see Favre, Moss, even a Fran Tarkenton jersey, Coach Bienkowski in the Dalvin Cook jersey.
I know, and I'm wondering. I know they're not Vikings fans. I know we were to wear purple. I think that's super cool, but I'm just wondering where they got all these Vikings jerseys.
I know Kyle Bachman, his dad Dana Bachman was a big Vikings fan, and you know, maybe the Tarkenton jersey is his. I'm not sure.
How does Bienkowski have a Cook jersey?
Yeah.
But the penalty, they think, may have just been a warning. There were no yards awarded. Oh, a nice scissors run there with Bliss, goes off to the left side. He's just shaking off people, still going. Yep.
Yeah, it looks like number 7 Owen Roundsville came up, and you know, Aiden just put his shoulder down and bounced off him and went for a few more. That was a nice run.
I don't know who number 5 is, but he did have the tackle for Smethport. We may have to get some inside info at halftime, figure out who that player is. He's been in on a number of tackles so far. Right now, you know, why would you pass, right, Kerry? I mean, they really haven't stopped any run.
Yeah, every run has gone for positive yards.
Peyton again, now 65, as we say that, said no. 65, Logan Hurlbert, senior. He busted through and tried to give Peyton a big hug, and Peyton didn't want it, but he gave it to him anyway.
Yeah, Hurlbert was one of the linemen we talked about in the pregame, 3-year starter. You know, been playing a long time, so it's a good play there.
It was. I think that's the first non-positive rush we've had. 5 minutes in the first quarter. Just another handoff to Stiles. He's going outside, running outside still. He's met by number 4. Number 4 and number 31.
And enough for another Gator. First down.
Yep, that'll be a first down. That number 4 is Deegan Mendel. And already lost the other number, but
yeah, that was a nice play. I saw big Carson Neely coming around the right side, and you know, just hats off to this offensive line. They're opening up holes for these running backs.
Again, Gators and shotgun. They have 3 wide to the left, and big number 40 to the right. Number 40 isn't on here our sheet either.
Yeah, I think that's Cole Kisko converted from 65 to 40.
Bliss with a big shot there, and his helmet came off at the end. Looked like he knocked it off. That was 65 again with the tackle. Logan Hurlbert. Logan starting to show up here in the run game for Smethport, which is exactly what they need. They need somebody to start making plays on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
So it looks like Bliss comes out for a play. Looks like number 1, Julian Capel's in.
Nice.
Yep.
Yep. So 4 wide for the Gators. Shotgun. Styles in the Wildcat, actually. And Styles is going to keep it and stay inside. Works inside and gets a touchdown.
Yeah, there was a big hole there. I mean, one guy put his hand on him, but there was a nice hole there. Good run by Peyton.
Gators go up 13-0 with 4:05 left in the first quarter. Looking to kick the extra point. It's Jared Funk. Nick Wilfong's holding.
Funk to accept the extra point. And
Yep.
good.
So
4:05.
Gators 14, Hubbers
Gators
0.
lead 14-0.
Yeah, the Gators are coming out and doing exactly what they wanted to do. Like you said, they don't really have to change anything. The run game is working, but you know, this is a good game to maybe work on some, mix in some passing, and you know, work on it for down the road.
I agree. There's some players I want to see kind of rise up in this passing game. You know, players like number 10, Funk with that height. I mean, he's got height on a lot of people. I'd like to see him in jump ball situation.
Yeah. Funk had his hands full last week going against Mason Burford. They were about eye level with each other, and you know, not everybody's that height. So you know, this is a better matchup for Jared. So we'll see if they can get him involved tonight.
Yep. And another guy I've seen him working out there is, well, you said Kisco's got that running back number now, so maybe they're moving him out, or was it Kisco? It also could be.
It looks.
Henry Troop is 82. He's a guy we've seen line out wide in the prior games.
Yeah.
It's kind of a blocking tight end, but out wide.
Yeah, I think 40. I think that is Cole Kisco, kind of in the blocking role Corbin Hamilton did last year. They changed his number to 32, I think.
So that way he can. Is that so he can line up on end?
Yeah, that way you could pass to him. They you know, that might not be in the
option
cards,
is there.
Yep.
So another kick, more of a squib. It bounces. Hubbard's pick it up. He's got room up the middle. Now he's breaking it to the near side. Cuts back, nowhere to go. And a host of Gators bring him down at the 21. That's Ryan Mason on the return.
Yeah, it looked like a hole opened up there for Mason, and then it started to close. And you know, once he shifted back, you know, the Gators were just swarming. So we'll see what Smethport does here. Passed all 3 downs on the first possession, so we'll see what happens.
See the Gators on defense got Kellen Vayu out here, right corner, number 4. Looks like number 1's in. Julian Capel at safety. And I can't quite see the other safety. Is that Jared Funk on the other side? And, okay, the Hubbers run is at number 14. That's another one we don't remember.
Yep, looks like Yuso Young was right in that hole to close that up.
So Yuso must have got whatever it was worked out.
Yeah, and Port Allegany's secondary is all, I mean, 3 of them are sophomores, 1's a freshman. So, you know, a lot of the skill guys, with the exception of Peyton Styles, are all underclassmen. And then, you know, you have a very veteran, heavy offensive and defensive line.
Okay, yeah, so now they've switched. Now you have
Like
Funks on this side with the rush. The rush got him. Is that Carson?
Yep.
Brought down on the play by Carson Neely.
Carson Neely with the sack. He really didn't have much time to get that pass off.
No, I think if they can, you know, protect him a little bit and have some quick throws, I think that's the best case scenario. I don't think that you want a freshman quarterback there, you know, dancing around with you know, this defensive line coming at you.
That's why the binoculars are for. You tell me who makes the tackle, okay? You were scouting out the girls or the
Yeah, linebackers, Bliss and Styles and
Kaiser on the
Kaiser
other side.
on the other outside. Now Neely just came across the line. He
Ball
seems
side
pretty
on the
pretty
Hubbard.
convinced that
Yeah.
it wasn't him.
Yeah, he apparently thought that the guy across from him moved, so he figured he'd just start running across.
He
And
did.
Brings up third
Yeah,
down long.
this is what the Hubbers can't do, Kerry, because it's already a hard enough game, and you can't beat yourself because that's just you make these down and distances. They're insurmountable against a defense like this.
Yep.
You don't have time to throw.
Yeah, no.
But that's what the Hubbers are going to do here. 4 wide, single back. That ball didn't get back. It looked strange when it came out, but he did get the pass off the 7.
Jerry's
7
That's
Roundsville. Yep,
Yep.
we're going to know that name by the end of this game.
Yep.
Nice catch. He got
Dean
turned
Bliss
around.
stop.
Yep, I'm not sure who knocked him out of bounds there, but that was a nice tackle on third down.
Yeah, a good 4th and long here, so it's a real opportunity for a good return.
Yep, and the Gators send 2 back. Looks like Styles and Kaiser split the field.
Nice high punt, though. That is a really nice punt. Kaiser's going to field it, but he's got a guy in his face immediately. And it's Roundsville. Roundsville again.
Yep, like you said, I think we're going to be saying his name a lot.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if maybe we'd see a little trickeration there from Smethport. If you watched the Chiefs and Lions game, Coach Campbell, he pulled the fake punt, and they ended up coming back and winning that game. So.
Yeah, yep, that was pretty cool. That was a huge call. And honestly, if Detroit's going to be what they say they're going to be, they had to have that game.
Yeah.
I think, And that's a big win for Detroit.
I have to admit, I went to bed at halftime, and
So did I.
I almost texted my dad and my brother and said, "We know Kansas City's going to win this game," and I was happy to wake up and see the result.
Yeah, same here. So a timeout. Yep, Binkowski taking that timeout. It's still these summer temps. It's that early season high school football. It's still good to take these breaks and get these guys drinks early in games. You already saw Yuso go down with some cramping.
Yeah. You
And
see
that has to be a concern all the time.
Yep, see a lot of cramping early in the season. Hot temperatures like this.
Yeah, well, we got a second. Let me announce our varsity cheerleaders. Stephanie Alcott, captain. Lily Babcock, Willow Babcock, Vanessa Bear, Riley Coopersmith is manager. Trinity Hamilton, Savannah Hart is a captain. Destiny Jimerson, Justin Moore, Lillian Reed, Elena Reinhart, Millicina, Serenity Schroll, Hannah Wirtz, and Kaya Yenser. Gators with Bliss taking the direct snap. And coming outside, he's got a good block by Kaiser. He's still going. He's at the 20. Down to the 15. That's a big run. Somebody do the math for me on that one.
Yep, Bliss walks the tightrope there along the sidelines. It was a pretty great run.
15-yard line. First down.
That was a
Gators.
nice outside run. So he takes a direct snap. So now they run the Wildcat this year like in years past. Now you see either Peyton or Bliss in Wildcat. You never know which guy's doing it. Success last week with it against Clarion.
Yep, like you said in the pregame, it looks like they have Neely in the backfield.
Oh, I call it the elephant. I don't think that's what they call it, but they have a name for it. I cannot remember what it is, but yeah.
So Bliss going left, looks like.
Look at the hole over there. Bliss is going to walk in.
Aiden Bliss with a Gator touchdown.
So you have 2 linemen in the backfield. They both lead block out to the left, and the Red Sea parted over there.
There was a big hole there. That's such a luxury for the Gators to have the offensive line that they have and be able to, put a couple offensive linemen in the backfield to clear out some holes.
So first quarter, still it's 123. Gators are up 20-0. Funk's looking for his 3rd extra point. Nick to hold. That looks good too from here.
And the extra point by Jared Funk.
That's 3 tries and three makes for Funk.
Yep, it's a good luxury to have to get that, that extra point.
Looks like Tommy 6, Redback 7, Keystone 7,
Yes. Yes. Hey, live audio here. We got the score updates with Dave Bartlett.
Yeah, so it looks like we've got Punxsutawney 6, Red Bank Valley 7 in the first, Keystone 7, Brookville 0 in the first.
It's early.
Kerwinsville's 8, Mountain Union 0, Bradford 7, Otto Eldred 0. And we'll continue to give you updates as they come through.
Thanks, Dave. And I wanted to mention, I didn't get to the cheerleader coaches. Terry Austin, who does a fine job. She handles the cheerleaders all season long, all sports. Does a terrific job. Alexis Reed is helping, and Madison Kotwitz. Thank you, ladies. Great job. Funk to kick off.
Just standing up to get a look at the home crowd here. Looks like we have a pretty good crowd tonight. Beautiful night.
Yeah, it is. Kick is received. He's right up the middle and kind of just running by everybody.
I think that was number 7, Roundsville.
Brownsville. Gary said we were going to be saying that name tonight. He was right. Said it in the pregame. He had the inside scoop. So that's a player now you kind of probably want to feature at this point.
Yeah.
If you can get the ball to him in the passing game.
It's hard, though, when they get all big messes, too.
Smethport hasn't run it, actually, that much.
I was just thinking that. I'm not sure they've run.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
We haven't called that Gano or Ryan Mason with a carry. But now they're in kind of a tight formation. But it's a pass. But the blitz, it's that Kaiser, I think.
Yeah,
he comes through. When he blitzes, he's like a missile.
Yeah, Kaiser coming off the edge there with a lot of speed, a lot of athleticism. That's a good luxury to have there. That puts Smethport deep on second down.
Again, yeah, another deep hole. Not a position you want your freshman quarterback to be in.
No. You know, if I'm Smethport, I look across, I see that big defensive line, but, you know, maybe you got to try the run a little bit just to see. I mean, otherwise, Port Allegany is going to pin their ears back and just come after you.
They're gonna tee off. Pass again. Short pass. It's dropped by number 4. That's Deegan Mendel.
Gary's pass intended for Mendel falls incomplete.
Mendel. So when they when he has passed with success, it's been the quick pass to the back, or it's a wide receiver out in the flat. But I think, you know, against this defense, if they want to pass seriously, they almost have to go with max protection and only put 1 or 2 guys out in the formation just to give them time to read the route, read the play.
Yeah, and I think the Gators are going to, you know, have their cornerbacks and outside backers play the flats there. You're probably not going to see a big throw over the top. It looks like they're going around the side.
Yep, out of the backfield again. Nice play by 3. That's
Jonah Gano.
There we go.
About him.
Mason on the reception.
Now, he was a guy that, you know, in that game against Red Bank, the stats I found, he was their leading rusher, and he averaged almost 6 yards a carry against Red Bank. So there's a player that has some skills I'd like to see get the ball more. Jonah Gano, I like the name. It just kind of rolls together. Jonah Gano.
And that marks the end of the first quarter.
All right, first quarter is over with.
21-0.
Yeah, good first quarter for the Gators. Did exactly what they wanted to do. You know, we'll see what happens in the second quarter here. See if they open it up a little bit. Looks like they can do pretty much whatever they want to do so far.
It does. A good time to maybe work on some things like we said, a little bit of maybe some passing, get some of your timing down on some of your pass plays.
Looks like the Gators were subbing a little bit there. I saw number 57, Peyton Yeager, coming off, so looks like they're giving some guys breathers.
Oh, okay, Peyton Yeager. That's good because I think he missed the last 2 games with maybe an ankle. So I'm excited to see him play. He had got some action last year, like on special teams, and played well as a kick cover kid. So just kind of earning that time.
Yep. Looks like 4th and 6 according to the scoreboard here.
Yeah, yep. So Hubbers are in punt formation.
See Brownsville over here on the side closest to us.
Yeah, they're on the 44. Gators are playing a safe defense, looking for any kind of a trick. It's a shorter punt, but it hit a hubber in the back. Yeah, it hit a hubber in the back. Gators knew enough they could grab it then without.
Yep, the Gators got to be careful there and they get blocked into the ball.
And recovered by the
Once it hits him in the back, though, I think they're free to pick it up, and then even if you are to fumble it, I think it returns to the spot where it touches down.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I know. It's like they're giving Smethport the ball. That ball didn't. I think they think the ball hit Port Allegany, but that ball hit a hubber in the back. So right now,
yeah, to me it looked like it hit the hubber in the back.
Yeah,
I mean it
did.
A little too close for comfort for Port Allegany, but
Yeah, but right now it looks like. I was just having a flashback to the Clarion game there. There's some crazy calls in that game.
Yes, there were.
Direction is Port Allegany
Yeah,
football.
I think they're probably going to roll them too. Union dropped the game. I thought that they should have. Was it week 1?
Was that against Cameron County, like 20-19 or something?
Yeah,
like that?
maybe. So Union lost quite a bit. Their Styles with a little hesitation. Now he's just bursting up the field right side, still on his feet. He's not going down. He's breaking tackles. Yep, he must have stepped out, but
Peyton Styles in the
he's just dropping guys off him like flies. They're just falling off him.
Yeah, really nice run by Peyton Styles. I saw a couple new numbers out there. Looked like number 25, Colton Crow, here on the near side.
Cool.
Looks like the Gators are keeping things fresh here.
Out at wide receiver. Getting some substitution. That's where that great coaching lies, you know. You have a pretty good lead. You can start working these other guys in. Get them some playing time. 14-yard run for Styles. Now he's in the Wildcat. They're all over it. Got a flag now.
Peyton Styles in the carry.
See a yellow flag come flying in here from the far side.
Thrown down
Yes.
by Harris.
Styles went down
Loss on the
awkwardly,
play.
almost like a face mask or a horse
Brings
collar.
up second down, 11.
No, they're calling it against the
There's a flag
Gators.
on the Gators.
I didn't see what the call was, though. Did you see?
I didn't see it. I saw the flag come in. I thought for sure it was a face mask or something of that variety, and because I saw his head, come twist around like that.
Block in the back on Port Allegany. Still first down.
First and 20 for the Gators. Maybe now we see a pass. They have 2 wide. Bliss is kind of the up back with Styles right behind Nick Wilfong. Nope. Yeah, it's a play fake. Got a pass. Got out to Bliss out there. There he goes. There he goes up the right side. Bliss is going. It's a foot race. Diving Hubbard. They're going to mark him out of bounds. Maybe at the 5.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play.
Nearly takes it to the house, but he's knocked out at the 5-yard line.
Wow.
First and goal for the Gators.
We don't have replay tonight. Otherwise, that's one we would give you. That was quite a play by Bliss.
Yeah, it was nice to see the Gators mix it up a little bit there. It didn't go too deep, but it was a pass, and Bliss took it the rest of the way. So it was a good play. We'll see what happens here. Like you said, about the 5-yard line, first and goal.
That's my guess from here. So now they're in. Nick will be under center here, and they're in the I formation. Bliss inside, takes it inside for just short of the goal line. Nope, they're calling it a touchdown. Bliss for a touchdown.
Yep, he took a nice little stutter step there, dodged the defender, and got in. We'll see if Funk can make it 4 for 4.
I know it. I know it.
I'm not supposed to say that out loud because that's usually when it backfires.
He's got a streak going. Nick waiting for the snap. Nick Wilfong. It's a good clean snap. It's a shorter kick, but I think it just
And the extra point is no
it looked
good.
long. It looked like it went over, but must have been wide.
The announcer's curse.
I know.
I take full blame for that. Sorry, Jared.
Hey, you made 3 in a row, so there's time in this game to get 3 more, I think. 11 minutes in the second quarter. 27-0. We're going to give a score update. Dave Bartlett.
Okay, we got Red Bank Valley now up 21-7 over Punxsutawney. We got Brookville and Keystone tied at 7 each in the second. And we've got Mount Union and Kerwinsville 8-8. Bradford 13-0 over Otto Eldred. And that's all I have right now for score updates. We'll continue to keep you updated.
Bradford broke quite the streak here finally, and
Had a couple
and
years
now,
straight there.
I mean, Eldred offensively is a decent team.
Yeah, they have some weapons.
Right now, maybe Bradford's turned the corner a little bit. They're in a tough spot too. They're in the higher class. Don't seem to get as many kids as they once did, and
Yeah, the way the regions break down in this district, there's a couple like Port Allegany playing Central Clarion. That's a tough matchup. And
Funk with the kick, going to the left side, going to go out of bounds. That'll be a penalty.
Kickoff travels out of bounds.
Number 7, he wanted it. Brownsville. He wanted a chance for a return. Yeah, I think a lot of these schools, we fall into this trap. You look at now Smethport, maybe a few years away, but here they're in this region too. And they have to play teams like, Port, but Red Bank and some of those bigger schools.
yeah, to start off your season against Red Bank Valley, that's a tough assignment.
It is.
I was looking up the different regions, see if we have enough time to squeeze this in. So Region 1 is Central Clarion, Punxsutawney, St. Mary's, DuBois, Bradford, Montauk, Brookville, and Karnes City. So those are your, the larger schools in the district. We'll get to Region 2 here in a second.
Shotgun. Number 3 in the backfield, that's Mason, going to take the quick pass. Makes one guy miss, but he trips him up.
Carries pass complete to
Yeah,
Gano.
we were talking about Yeager, and he made the play
Yeager,
there.
how about that? Yeah, that's a shifty back trying to get by him, but he was able to trip him up.
And let's see here,
All
Region
right.
2, which is Port Allegany and Smethport, also includes Red Bank Valley, Brockway, Union AC Valley, Kane, Keystone, and Ridgeway. That's a tough region.
It is, but it seems like you have the uppers and then everybody else. At least that's how it's starting to look early on this year. So I misspoke. That number 3, that's Jonah Gano. I should never get that wrong because I almost broke up by Miska Young. I think he got a hand on it at the same time as it hit the running back. He almost intercepted it.
Yeah, that's a lineman's dream right
Yeah.
Brings up third down.
Yeah. So again, Smethport really not looking downfield, just trying to hit those backs. I mean, maybe they're just trying to suck the Gators up, but at this point, you need to put something together to try to get a score for your team.
Yeah, just to close out that discussion on the regions, Region 3 in District 9 are the smaller schools. So that's Otto Eldred, Bucktail, which is a newcomer, I think, as of last year, Cameron County, Coudersport, Oak County Catholic, and Sheffield.
Sweet, almost intercepted by number 4, Vayu.
Yep, Vayu's a freshman,
Pass
pretty athletic
nearly
kid.
intercepted by Kellen Vayu.
Learning the position. He's always been a linebacker coming up through, and he's
Brings up fourth down.
Again, number 14. I don't have his name, but he's the punter. He's been a pretty solid punter, I'd say, so far today.
Yeah.
He's getting plenty of opportunities. They got, what, number 1 back? Is that Capel?
Yeah, it's Capel. I was kind of surprised. I thought it'd be Styles, but
Let's see what he can do here. So they only have 1 guy back. That's going to bounce. That's a Hubbard bounce down to the 20.
nice little roll.
Down to the 16.
Number punt down to the 16.
Number
yard
2
line.
downs it. That's Ryan Mason. Ryan Mason. Yeah, he's a senior this year.
Timeout on the field.
Yep, 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. We have a timeout on the field.
Well, it's funny you talked about Ryan Mason as a fifth-year, seeming like a fifth-year senior, and people that played against Port Allegany last year were probably tired of seeing Noah Archer, Drew Evans, Blaine Moses, and some of those guys. Seemed like they've been playing forever.
I wish they could. I believe Noah's listening today, and if he is, I tried to get him here to call the game with me, but I understand. College is important, and
Yep.
apparently he had to study tonight or something.
Yeah, I think you'd study a lot on Friday nights in college.
I know, I always did. But hopefully like father, like son, I don't know. But that's all right. No, I get a chance to work with Carrie, and I think we're doing just fine. I guess we'll find out. We haven't missed too much, but okay. Any changes out here on offense that you can see? We're still with the starting group. We've got 1 wide receiver here. Is that
Crow down here near side?
Crow again getting some action at wide receiver. Tight formation. Nick is rolling to the right. Quick pass to Styles. He's tackled right away. Number 2, Ryan Mason. Gators working in their own pass game, but they hit their backs both passes they've tried, like at least 2 of the last passes I can think.
Has there been an incompletion? I know a lot of short passes.
I'm not sure. Not for the Gators. Yeah, we're getting the night is setting in here, and the glare on the windows is starting to wreak havoc. So we have a pre-snap penalty here, false start on the Gators.
False start on the Gators.
Looks like that was Wilfong coming in motion. So who was lined up as quarterback there? I didn't see.
Oh, Nick was going in motion.
Yeah, must be Styles was the Wildcat.
For a minute there, I thought you said Levi Wilfong. I thought, how could he go in motion? Who was snapping the ball?
That's a heck of a trick play if we're putting Levi in motion.
But how about that, huh? Brother snapping the brother. That's pretty.
That is pretty cool.
I'm sure that's got to be pretty uncommon. It's like Sean was saying, the 2 couldn't be any more different body styles, You got the big brawler on the line, and then Nick, the scat back. Now Nick, the pass. He's looking right over the middle. Styles is open.
Yep, the Gators had an opportunity there right up the seam.
A little bit overthrown. Was it 4 came over and said hello to Peyton? Deegan Mendel.
And that play was open against Central Clarion early. They hit Bliss up the seam.
They did. Right down the middle. Teams sometimes I feel like they I don't know if they don't expect it, but those seam routes it's like they're flat-footed, the defenders, and they're almost surprised when the guy runs by them. But look here, there's no safety here.
No.
Same thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
middle's wide open.
So it's 3rd and 13. Wilfong looks downfield, but then he drops back to the back. Bliss, he's breaking tackles.
Yep, almost scooted through there.
And falls forward, but short of the first down.
Bliss on the reception.
Yeah, it should be 4th.
Brings up 4th down for Port Allegany.
4th, and I'm not sure. Will this be our first punt of the game?
I think you're right.
If they punt.
Port Allegany doesn't have a traditional punter. You usually don't have an offensive lineman punting for you, but Braylon Button does a great job.
Yep. Last year he was, I think, 2nd team all-district punter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also on the basketball team, so pretty athletic for a big man.
Yeah, how about that?
That's the kind of punch you want. Just off to the side.
Yep.
No return.
No return, not fielded, kind of a low.
Punt down by Kaiser at the Hubbard 45.
It is, though. Yeah, 8 minutes to go. Good starting position for the Hubbers. Might be their best field position of the day.
Well, it's funny, back to the discussion about the Wilfongs. I started coaching youth football back when these seniors were in 3rd grade, so I'm very familiar with these guys. And some 2nd graders, if they were older, were able to play. And I can remember coaching with Brandon Bliss, and he was the head coach, and he made Nick Wilfong the quarterback. And I look at this tiny little kid, and I didn't see it, but he was clearly right.
You can see it now, right? Up. Nice play. Hubbers with a throw down.
Pass complete to Mason.
Nice little move by number 2.
First down for
That
Smethport.
is Ryan Mason. So getting him out of the backfield is more of a wide receiver there. He beat his man. I thought the ball kind of hung up a little bit, but it found its mark.
Yeah, not the prettiest pass, but he put it where it needed to be, and Mason went and made the play. I don't know if Wilfong just didn't get his head turned around and see it.
Was it Wilfong? I couldn't tell.
Yep. I believe so.
So the first real downfield throw from the Hubbers, and they connect.
Roundsville
Now,
motion.
Roundsville looking to get outside, using that speed, showing some good speed, but he gets tracked down by number,
Brownsville on the carry.
looks like number 8.
Yeah,
Looks
the
like Wilfong down.
defensive line strung that out pretty well. But Roundsville was still able to scoot through there and get a couple.
2nd and 8. Hubbers with their best field position of the night. Looking to get some points on the board before halftime.
Looks like the Gators put Funk back in there at safety.
Okay, Nate. Kind of subbing some guys back. Gators, or Hubbers, 3 out wide. Fires to the seam. He is intercepted. Is that Peyton Stiles?
Yeah, it's a
running
foot
down
race.
the sideline. Only one man to get him. Number 3 stiff arms him. Gets away. And he's taking it for a pick 6. Peyton Stiles.
Peyton Stiles.
Yeah, very nice play there by Peyton Stiles. Heck of a stiff arm. Credit to Jonah Gano for running him down. A lot of guys would quit and just let that go, but he was right there hustling.
He was the last guy to have a shot there, and he was running with him. Nice read by Peyton. He just bit it, cut underneath it.
And with a freshman quarterback, you expect some of those mistakes to happen, especially against a senior. Peyton Stiles has played a lot of football over the last few years. Looks like Bliss in the Wildcat.
Yep, Bliss is going to go out right behind the big guys. He's got up room, and he's in.
And the 2-point
Nice little block there by Kaiser.
Kaiser blocking on the outside, and then the Beefalo on the right side there. Miska and Carson Neely in the backfield.
Yeah, Tristan Kaiser is a really hard-nosed kid. Always enjoyed coaching him. One of my favorite Tristan Kaiser stories is when he was on junior high. They didn't have a lot of linemen. And he said, "Coach, I'll play line," and he wasn't much bigger than he is now. And so hats off to him. He's a heck of a player.
Okay, some more score updates with Dave Bartlett.
Okay, we got Central Clarion up 14-0 over Union AC Valley in the second. Red Bank Valley up 21-7 over Punxsutawney. 7-7 still with Brookville and Keystone. We've got 8-8 Kerwinsville and Mount Union. Bradford still up 13-0 on Otto Eldred. And new score here, we got Ridgeway up 7-6 on Karn City.
Huh.
Yeah, that's got to be an emotional game for Karn City. It's too bad the schedule didn't allow for them to have a home game. That would have been a heck of a scene.
Yeah.
I said 100%. That's all Monopoly means. It's $8.
I also coached Tristan in Little League Baseball, and he was a great kid to be around, and we had him at third base, and he'd stick his tongue out and make his throws to first every time. I was like, you're going to bite your tongue off. All right, Gators kick off. The number 2, that's Gano. He sticks it. Oh, no, that's Ryan Mason. I'm going to mix them two up all night.
Mason on the return.
Mason with the return gets it up to the, is he near the 36, 37?
Yeah, I didn't see who the other, did they have Roundsville as the other back
The other
there?
back.
I mean, pick your poison, Mason or Roundsville. They're both athletic kids.
I'm mixing that 2 up with the 3.
2 and 3.
So I should know Mason because he's been a thorn in our side for the last three years in varsity ball. He's a big hitter.
Looks like Mason and Roundsville.
Nope,
near
still
side.
going to fire it out. Double coverage over there, but honestly, the ball, it was nearly dropped perfectly. That was nearly caught. It was, right between the corner and the safety. Hubbers are going to keep taking shots. I mean, they got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You want to develop this freshman quarterback?
Yeah, Jack Sherry showed some poise. It's a tough assignment coming in as a 9th grader. We saw it with Drew Evans. He came in as a 9th grader and played. You know, you take your
lumps.
Take your lumps and learn the position. And we saw what happened last year with the Gators.
What I'm looking for is where number 10 would be, the one who played quarterback. Oh, that was almost intercepted. Yeah.
Gary's pass intended for Mason falls incomplete.
Yeah, the ball is intended for Mason. Good coverage. Those guys are looking to pick
Broken
these
up
balls
by Nick
off.
Wilfong. Brings up 3rd down.
Yep. Wilfong was ready for that.
Yeah, and I'm really impressed with freshmen that can play right away. I was 5'2" as a 9th grader. Back then, we played junior high football. I certainly was not ready to play against varsity kids. So my hat's off to these kids that can step right in and play.
It is. It's tough, and you're always giving up size. It doesn't matter who you are, really. You're almost always giving up size as a freshman. A little bit overthrown. Yeah, he was. Number 2 was wide
Gary's
open.
pass through the hands
Ryan
of the
Mason.
intended receiver.
I was thinking about Kellen Vayu last week because he had a tough job trying to cover those wide receivers, and I had a flashback to Noah. Noah did the same thing, playing as a freshman. Very first game, gets beat for a touchdown against Eldred. He still remembers the kid, but you get over it, you learn from it, and playing as a freshman is invaluable.
Yeah, great learning experience for him.
Hubbers to punt. Yep, 6 minutes to go. Decent punt. It's going to bounce. Another Hubbard bounce. They get great bounces on their punts. That's another 20 yards. They're going to down it at the 13.
Hubbard punt down at the Gator 15-yard
Great
line.
punt. I mean, his average got to be pretty decent.
Yeah.
I feel like most of them are bouncing. They should probably play that guy up a bit if you want to field it.
Yeah, to go back in the history vault there to, with incoming freshmen, I can remember, Matt Bodemer, I think he was sitting behind Cameron Stuckey, who was kind of playing out of position. He was an athletic kid. Something happened. I can't remember if Cameron went down, and then in steps Matt Bodemer as a 9th grader. I think it was against Kerwinsville, if my memory serves me right. And, the rest was history. So it's amazing what these freshmen can do.
All right, Gators. Nick, shotgun, gives it to Styles. He patiently works outside, but he just got a heat seeker missile.
For a loss.
It's 24. Came up like
Ryland Shields makes the tackle.
very impressive. Ryland Shields, yep, junior. Boy, he came up hard.
Yeah.
Gave Peyton nowhere to go. That's a good play for a safety. You need more of that to stop this Gator offense. Because the line's doing their job. You need safeties and corners to help stop the Gators' run game.
Who's on the far side there, wide receiver? Is that
I'm going to need binoculars to see.
Kaiser on the near side?
Uh-oh. Hubbard's jumped. I mean, the corner even jumped. That's a good hard count when the corner jumps.
While Doug's looking through the binoculars, as a Gator fan watching this rivalry over the years, back to the conversation about incoming freshmen, I think it was here, late 90s, and I think Matt Gustafson was the quarterback for Smethport. He went down with an injury, and in stepped Mike DeFilippi, and if you watched any football games back then, you heard that name a lot. So it's happened on both sides of this rivalry where a young kid stepped in and made a difference.
The Route 6 rivalry. I haven't got to say that. Styles breaking tackles, staying on his feet, finally gets tackled
Styles on the
at
carry.
the sidelines, picks up the first down.
That's enough for another Gator first
Number
down.
50 got him there from Smethport. I haven't called that name tonight. Bennett Harris came over and mixed it up, but not until after Peyton had rumbled for a first down.
Yeah, Peyton is being really patient. He's, to mention Le'Veon Bell, that's what he's reminding me of tonight.
I know it, patient, and just he breaks tackles. Peyton again to the right side, gonna follow his block. Bliss with a nice block. Now Styles sticks it up. He's gone. He's got Kaiser running with him. Nobody's gonna get him. Kaiser raced him to the goal line. What a big touchdown, Peyton Styles.
It's like Kaiser had him by a step there.
I know, he did. He was like, well, I'll just run with it. Great blocks, though. It just opened right up, and then Styles cut inside, and I don't think he got touched. Good burst. Gators looking to put this one away before halftime.
If this score holds true through halftime, you'll see the running clock in the second half. I think it's over 35.
And the Funk to start a new streak here. This will be one in a row here, and he got it.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Well, the streak of one is
4:39
you weren't hurting anything.
The Gators
But
lead it.
nice job, Funk. I think you're 4 of 5 now. 4 of 5?
It's a pretty good percentage.
That's a good night. That's a heck of a night for a high school football game. I think
How did we end up with 42?
we went for 2.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yes, we made it up with the 2-point conversion.
That was Bliss around the right side.
I think you'll see the Gators second and third guys here in the next half. They have a lot of respect for the Smethport coaches, and we're going to go for a couple of score updates here with Dave.
Yes, so Ridgeway now it's 7-6 over Karn City. Karn City's on the board, and St. Mary's and Kane is tied 7-7 in the second. And Northern Bedford is 16-6 over Du Bois. Central Clarion still 14-0 over Union AC Valley. And we'll give you more updates at halftime.
Trying to find my schedule here to see if we play at Kane. I'm kind of curious to see their new turf field. So.
Well, let's see. Oh, Hubbard's kind of bobbled that. That's number 7. Roundsville
Brownsville on the return.
gets up to the 27. Hubbard's looking to try to put a score up here before halftime.
Yeah, looking ahead at the schedule, it looks like we play Kane at home on September 30th. That's a 1:30 game, so that might be a homecoming contest.
Oh yeah, we played him there last year. I couldn't remember.
We played 2 1:30 games.
Yeah. That's right. They're playing soccer on that Kane field too. All right, Hubbard's spread out. 3 wide to the left. Ooh, nice little strike to number 2, and he dropped it. That was a very, very nice pass from the quarterback there on the money. Quick slant. That's got to be accurate. Receiver can catch it and run it. Everything was perfect. He dropped it.
Yep, that play looks open for the Hubbards. The Gators might want to walk up their cornerbacks a little bit.
Yep, that's a catch and run play where you might score because you catch it in stride.
Yeah, you don't want Mason out there in space.
Nice throw. Jack Sherry,
yeah.
great throw. So again, same formation, blitzing Kaiser there. They try it again. And number 4, Vayu with the pick. He's running. He's got room. He's breaking outside. We got a flag down, a player down. Vayu's still on his feet. Hubbard's finally get him around the 15-yard line. Oh, that hurt player is up now. That's number 65. We called his name earlier.
Yeah, Logan Hurlburt.
Logan Hurlburt. He was hurt. Now, not sure what the flag was, but after the interception, maybe an illegal block in the back. Things get a little crazy once guys pick off passes. You're going from defense to offense real quick, and sometimes guys get a little wild.
Yeah, I think Kellen Vayu ran about 100 yards there. He gained about, 30. But
he did. Actually, that's another good point. You keep cutting back. 1 minute you're blocking a guy in his face, and he turns. You're in his back. You end up with a flag.
Penalty on Port Allegany.
After the interception, so we keep the ball.
See if we see any new
First
faces
down
in
for
here. See Colton Crow on the near side.
Bliss still out there, deep back.
Try to look on the far side there.
Yeah, Crow, a senior. He's a guy he's been through it. He played since youth. He's always been a guy waiting his turn.
Yep.
Bliss getting outside, breaking a tackle. He's got room out there. He cuts back inside. Finally, a couple hovers bring him down. That's a good gain of nearly 20 yards.
That was that same play we saw earlier, going around the right-hand side. Button coming around, just looking for somebody to hit.
Button getting out in front of him.
Yep.
Pooh boy.
Bliss made a nice little stutter step, let somebody go by.
Going back to the interception, though, the hovers came right back to the same play. That is always a risky move. Even though it's there and you think you can hit it, the defense just saw it. So they're going to be ready. It doesn't even matter what level you're playing. That's not going to work.
We talked about walking those corners up. And
yeah. Yep. Now the Gators there with little gain there. That was Bliss. He's met by a host of hovers. We're at 3 minutes, 18 seconds left. Clock's running here. Score is 42-0. Gators looking to score again. Give it to Bliss. He cuts outside. He's got some room. Good blocking. Cuts up in. Cutting back. Spinning. Still on his feet. He is just shy of the goal line. No, the near judge called him in. He was spinning, bumbling, stumbling.
Yeah, 2 pulling guards on that play. Bliss followed his blocks, made a nice dive there at the end to get in.
Ooh, that was pretty. That was a fullback run right there. Now, gonna kick, gonna go for 2 in a row. Wilfong is ready, takes the snap. Strong kick. It's good.
And the extra point by Funk is good.
That, I know, is really hard to judge.
Like you said, started a new streak there, so that's 2 in a row.
Yeah.
5 out of 6.
5 out of 6 on extra points. 49-0. Nearly 3 minutes ago here in the second quarter.
Now the scores around District 9. That was Central Clarion 14-0. I was kind of surprised by that score.
I'm very surprised. Union. That's Union AC Valley, correct? That's. Yeah. 14-0. Yeah, Punxsutawney, Red Bank beating them so far. Punxsutawney is a strong team, but Red Bank's a team for me. They're on the, they're just, they're always powerful, strong. They're always, I feel like they're on the edge of that single A, double A, It's just,
yeah, I don't know how they do it. They're almost always competitive. You don't see too many years where they're down. They just reload.
Crazy depth. They're one of those teams you play and they have, their special teamers, it's a different team. It's not the starters. We can't get away with that. We just don't have the numbers.
And I think they're led by a sophomore quarterback?
Yes, correct. Yep. Came in, last year for his brother and threw like one of the most gorgeous passes I've ever seen. There, the Gators kick off. It's number 3. He's going backwards. He ran into, I need that number.
58, is that Tyler Philhart?
Is it? Is that 52?
I think 58.
I want to give him his
Kinda
due
walks
credit.
like him.
It was a very impressive. Yeah, 58. You say that's Phil Hart?
Yeah, walks a little bit like his dad. So
That was an impressive tackle for Phil Hart. He drove him backwards. It was textbook. Again, the Hubbers, let's put something together here. You've had some luck in the passing game. Get the ball out of the hands of your freshman quarterback quickly. Here, Kaiser's sneaking up the blitz, and then he drops back, covers the flat.
nope, that's going to be picked
Another
off.
interception. Kind of a shot there to Capel.
Carries
He
pass
did. That was
intercepted on the play by number
Ryan
1,
Mason,
Julian
a high
Capel.
shot.
Yeah, Capel was just camped out waiting for it.
He was, yeah. Now they're just, I mean, the Hubbard's trying to push it down the field, but not really reading the coverage there. Just, he's going where he wants to go, and he's.
Yeah, we'll see what the Gators do here, up 49-0.
He is capable, smaller kid, getting some varsity time tonight. Big interception. Probably his first varsity interception.
Yeah.
Unless he had one week 1. They did get a lot of playing time in that Ridgeway game. There was that scissors run. Styles gets it. Sheds a tackler. Cuts back left. He's got the first down and some.
Big Styles on the carry.
Yeah, week 1 defensively, I think
Gators
Funk
first
had an
down.
interception, and I think Valen McFall had one at the end of the game.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I didn't see McFall's interception on Max Preps. I don't know if that's still the go-to site for stats, but
That's, I mean, the past 4 years, that's where I've gone for everything. I tried to look for Smethport stats. They weren't in there at all. But then I'm not. Are our stuff even making it there? So you said our stats are there?
yeah, they were there.
Okay, Styles still on his feet. A gain of 7. There's some intense blocking going there between 15 and 24.
Styles on the carry. Down by
24.
Logan Robert.
Ryland Shields and Kaiser going at it.
I was trying to look through my stack of papers here. I
Minute
thought I
50.
printed out some stat information, but maybe not.
Wilfong under center. Lead back Bliss. Fake pitch. He gives it to Bliss, who cuts to the right. Now cuts straight up the field. Another big gain
Bliss on the
for
carry.
Aiden Bliss. It's a play they ran week 1. Sean keeps calling it like a scissor play where you fake left. It looks like a counter, you know, going left, the other guy goes right. Who do you key on?
Yeah.
And there was nobody around the end for Bliss on that one. He was, yeah. Oh, little fumble. Wilfong picks it up, still gets the pitch off. Styles, though, would be overtaken by number 3,
Styles on
Jonah
the carry.
Gano with the tackle.
Loss on the play.
Great quick heads up by
Second
Wilfong
down,
to
12.
scoop up that fumble and get the pitch off.
Yeah, you've been calling Aiden Bliss's name a lot. We were talking offline here. His dad, Brandon Bliss, used to be a running back for the Gators, number 31. A little different running style. He was kind of a head down, run you over type of running back. Aiden's a little shiftier.
Styles with the carry inside. Patience now backing up. Still getting yards. Still on his feet. Finally,
Styles again on the carry.
3 or 4 Hubbers have had enough. Spin them around to the ground. But not after. But after a good gain by Styles. So Gators going to let the clock run down here.
Yeah, classy move by the Gators.
Let it go.
Yeah,
And that's the end
tough
of the
first half for the Hubbers. So
The Gators lead it.
We'll
3-0.
we'll be cutting out here. And if we get back with a little bit of time, we can talk about what Smethport needs to do to try to get some positives out of this game at that point.
Three, 8, 8, 7, 2, 7. Please report to the press box with the winning ticket. Please welcome to the field the Smethport Hubbard Marching Band. Under the direction of Emily Hausler, Assistant Director Katie Freer, and Color Guard Advisor Victoria Vito. Drum majors are Callie Walasevich and Adriana Claycomb. Rock out with us as we celebrate Women in Rock with Joan Jett, I Love Rock and Roll, Blondie's Call Me, and Pat Benatar's Hit Me With Your Best Shot.
There's your Hubbard's marching band there. We got some feedback in week 1 that everybody would like to have the audio on for the band, so we got a boom mic installed. Hopefully you're able to pick up the audio for the bands. Next up will be the Port Allegany marching band. And we'll let you listen into them. We got about 7 minutes and 30 seconds still left in halftime.
The Port Allegany Gator Marching Band is proud to present their 2023 halftime show. The show opens with Heartache Tonight, made famous by the Eagles, followed by Groovy Kind of Love, featuring trumpeters Madison Philhart and Elena Palmer, and trombonist Aiden Clark. The show closes with Happy Together, as recorded by the Turtles. The band is under direction of Brad Stewart with assistance from Mr. J.P. Madison. The color guard advisor is Sarah Lindsay, and the drum majors are Lily Madison and Raylan Meacham.
All right, that was your Port Allegany marching band. So we're wrapping up halftime here. We got about 3 minutes till the second half starts, and I'm going to give you some quick score updates, and then we'll turn it back over to the guys here on audio. Central Clarion's up 49-0 over Union AC Valley. Red Bank Valley is up 28-21 against Punxsutawney. Brookville is up 28-7 on Keystone.
50-50 was Heather Swanson.
Bradford is up 21-0 on Otto Eldred. Clearfield is up 30-0 on Phillipsburg. Northern Bedford's up 16-6 on Du Bois. Bucktail and Elk County Catholic show a 0-0, but it's only showing first, so I believe that score's not been updated. St. Mary's and Kane still shows 7-7. Karnes City has turned it around here. They were down 7-0 earlier. They're now showing up 20-7 over Ridgeway. And Brockway is up 14-0 against Coudersport. We'll turn it back over to the guys here in just a moment. We got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in half.
So since we have a little downtime here at halftime, I was talking with Coach Bachman, Coach Kyle Bachman, one of my buddies, and played football with him back in the day, and asked him about the Vikings jerseys because I speculated that maybe some of them were his dad's, and he said that Randy Moss, the Fran Tarkenton jersey that Charlie Buchanan's wearing, and Seth Lowry's wearing Scott Studwell. I'm not even familiar with that name, but
I am. Studwell, I think linebacker in the late 80s, I think.
yeah, those were Dana Bachman's jerseys. So happy to see them out and about in use.
Huh.
And the other Vikings jerseys were Craig Kinney's. So shout out to Craig for providing a couple jerseys as well.
Dalvin Cook, that must have been his, huh? Dalvin Cook.
I think all the newer ones.
I got a special delivery coming here. Thankfully, the concession stand, it was packed. They're doing real well over there, so that's awesome. But the downside is I couldn't get a drink, so I had to hire my nephew. Thank you, buddy. You got to stay hydrated up here, okay? That's my advice to you. Stay hydrated. Oh, thanks. You're a good boy. You can keep change. I wish he was playing football. I tried to talk him into it. He's a wrestler. There's a lot of wrestlers out there. There's a lot of wrestlers. Like Sean's always saying, half our line is the heavyweight last three classes, outstanding wrestlers.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a self-proclaimed basketball guy, but I root for the wrestling team, and I think they've got a little bit of a log jam at the top there. They've got Miska Young, Yuso Young.
They really do. They have about 3 or 4 guys that could all go heavyweight, I think.
Carson Neely, how could I forget him?
Right. Yuso's got to be up there.
Yeah, the 4 of those guys are competing for, unless someone slims down, but we'll see.
But the ones that don't wrestle are playing basketball. You have Braylon Button, who's a heck of a basketball player. You already mentioned that.
Yep.
Peyton Stiles does it all. He's wrestled baseball, football, and I don't know I think he tried basketball.
Yeah,
I think his dad was wishing he'd come back to wrestling. But
Funk's a basketball player. I'm trying to think who else is out there.
yeah, and Funk, who also playing soccer. He's busy about every night of the week. That kid.
I bet, yeah. Looks like Vayu's going to get a chance to kick off here.
Vayu to kick it off for the Gators.
What do you think, Kerry? Now
what do you do if you're Port, and what do you do if you're Smethport? You have this kind of a lead. Obviously, Port's going to go in with their seconds and twos and threes. Do the Hubbers keep their starters in and try to have some success against those other groups, or at some point are they looking to pull them too?
I would suspect you might see, the first drive that they would keep their starters in. I kind of looked away. I just saw.
I know.
I didn't see much there, but
it looked like a really good onside, but I have no idea why you'd be going with an onside kick with the score like this. So I suspect that was an error of some kind, but it was a really good onside kick. Whatever he did, when we need one, he may want to duplicate that.
So we see a lot of fresh faces out there for the Gators. Let's see if we can figure out who everybody is.
Right, I see it. A 2 on this side at corner now. You know number 2 now.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Did you play corner?
I played safety.
Okay. No, pretty similar. They're coming right at him. They're going right at him. There you go, 2-on-2. He stayed with his man. Good coverage.
For Mason falls incomplete.
Yeah, and that's a tough assignment for the freshman, having to cover
and
Mason.
Right. See, like I joke, 5th-year senior, but Mason's a kid that's been playing a long time. Yep, now he's seen it.
So
Who's at safety now? Is that number 20?
Looks like Valen McFall, freshman.
Yeah, he's wearing that number
Looks like
20.
they're back to
That was
pass.
really confused. Nice play. They're going to call it no complete. What a big hit there. He jarred the ball loose. Number 2.
Yep, nice hit by Hopper.
Liam Hopper makes the stop. Brings up 3rd down.
I've been in your shoes. Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Your heart's in 2 places.
sure is.
It's a good feeling. Nice. That's how you come up from corner. If you're going to play corner, you got to be able to come up and tackle.
So let's see who the secondary is. We've got Hopper. We've got, looks like Stilson, McFall. Who's the outside backer here? Might be Yeager by the way he's standing. No,
58.
no, that's Phil Hart.
So Phil Hart's out there on our side. Yeah.
Brownsville on the carry.
Yeah, good run for the Hubbers there. That gives them a manageable 3rd down
Brings
here.
up 3rd down and 4.
They could pick this up, keep the chains moving. The last thing you want to do is throw your defense back out there. They've been on the field for, it's 4th down. But they're on this side of the 50. You go for it in high school football.
Oh, yeah. Yep, get a little momentum.
4th down.
Oh, my God.
Let's see who's on the line here for the Gators.
I can give you some numbers here. Bliss, is that Bliss? 52.
52 would be Gavin Moses.
Okay.
I think I saw 67, Braden Babcock. 74, Ethan Tarbox. I see a 70.
Yeah, Tarbox 74,
Hubbard's ball timeout.
67, 72. Who's 72?
72, I think, is
Smith?
Alex Smith. Well,
Okay.
they've got him listed in the program at 42. But I think he's 72.
He's a pretty tall kid. And 50?
50 would be Jackson Young, a freshman.
Okay.
.24, Jake Causer.
Yeah. Yeah, Jake has played a lot in the previous games, but he was not out there with the starting group tonight. But he's getting some action now.
Yeah, I didn't see as many 3 wide receiver sets. Ran the ball out there in the first half.
They sure did. And who was 13?
13 is Bradley Stilson.
Okay,
Freshman.
Stilson. He's the other corner. Okay, now Smethport.
So this is a good experience for these young guys, for the
Yeah,
Gators.
this is still Smethport's starting group, and that's what we want. I think both coaches want to see this. You want some quality. So number 11, shotgun. Got man in motion. Pitches to the man in motion. He's coming outside. He breaks it up, in, stays outside. He's taking off here, and he is going to score. Yep, touchdown.
Jonah Gano with the touchdown.
Ah, I missed my chance. That's my guy there, Jonah Gano,
Yep.
with the long touchdown.
Nice little run by Gano.
Ooh, it looks like a flag. And that was the point of that was where some blocks were being made. Oh, boy, that's a shame.
Well, speaking of number 2, however, looks like he came up to make a play and slipped, and that kind of opened up the outside. Then Gano took it the rest of the way.
Well, somewhere there was an illegal block, huh? That's a shame.
So that will put them to repeat 4th down. It's like about a 4th and 9.
Now the Hubbers certainly will have to pass. They're going to go for it. Sherry, number 11. Number 5 in the backfield with him. That's the no name.
That's what we're speculating maybe is Bo Kirkman.
Bo Kirkman. Yeah, I never wrote that name down, did I? It wasn't on this list. He's going to pass protect. Nice throw, but receiver
Gator's
just.
pass falls incomplete. Turnover on downs. Gators will take over.
Yeah, he was in the vicinity.
Yeah, the receiver really wasn't even ready or looking. It didn't seem like. That's number 24. But we don't have a name. Oh, we do. That's Ryan Shields. Yes, Ryan Shields. I know.
Looks like we see some fresh jerseys coming out here for the Hubbers.
Yeah, let's see if we can get some of these numbers. Number 30, Clayton Kaiser. I wonder if he's any related to our Kaiser. It's spelled differently.
This is number 8 here on the near side. That would be Ian Fitzsimmons, a freshman.
Kaiser. They're spelled the same.
21, Aiden Tanner, a freshman. Number 1, Alex Yeager, a junior.
Number 2 is at safety. That's Ryan Mason.
Capel on the carry. Gain of 5, second down 5.
Yeah, I see some numbers out there that just don't match up with what's in the program, so
Yeah,
apologies to.
pretty common when you get this deep onto the roster. You start getting these numbers you don't have. They're not matching up.
Some number changes,
Yeah.
position changes.
2nd and 5 for the Gators. Nice shifty run there. Close to a first down. He should have it.
For the Gators near a first down.
Looks like Capel, number 1 there, the sophomore.
Was it? Yes, number 1. Pretty shifty little back. 3rd and short.
Yep, Julian's a hard-nosed kid, works hard.
So at quarterback, who do we have there?
We have Jake Causer, number 24.
24 is getting some time at backup quarterback here.
So who do we have in the backfield there?
He's got a back on each side.
Looks like Capel.
Capel took it to the right. He's going to be tackled for a no gain. I don't know.
Capel again on the carry. Stopped short of the first down. Brings up 4th down.
See Tyler Philhart with his defender on his back, so he's blocking downfield. That's what you like to see.
82? Is that who's in the backfield? That's Troop. Henry Troop in the backfield. And that's an imposing looking fullback, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch Troop here and see if he can clear this. You need to pick up this first down. You need good. Oh, they're going to give it to Troop inside. I think he got it. Kind of running upright, but he stuck it up in there.
Yep, got the first down.
That is enough for a Gator first down.
That's a pretty proud moment for me. We coach Henry. He tried youth football. You know, he ended up not playing. He kind of got away from the sport for a long time. I think he might have played in junior high, but now that he's playing,
yeah, good
senior year,
good to see him back out.
Really cool. Really cool.
Henry's a good basketball player. He's a left-handed three-point specialist.
A heck of a baseball player. He's a power hitter. I know. Hubbard's kind of came across and got back there. A no call. High snap. Jake's able to get it to the back, but
on the carry.
the Hubbers swallowed him up. Swallowed him up for a loss.
back to that conversation about wrestling and basketball. Looks like Jake Causer, basketball player. Liam Hauver, basketball. Bradley Stilson, basketball. Julian Capel, Jared Funk, basketball. So good mixture.
It is, and it may be a stereotype, but a lot of time your skilled players are the basketball players, the ball handlers. Not always the case. Linemen, a lot of times, are the wrestlers. That's a skill that translates really well. But not always. That 24 keeps it. 24 keeps it with a good game up the middle. Causer.
About 5 or 6 there.
Jake Causer on the keeper. Brings up third down.
There's going to be some new faces on the offensive line next year. Not to look too far ahead, but this is good opportunity for guys to get some playing time.
Yeah, we have Miska Senior on the line, right? Let's see. Braden Button, the other senior.
Levi Wilfong.
He should be. Nice run up there, and then good tackle by Smethport. That was a gang tackle there.
On the carry for the Gators.
And then some of the depth too, where you lose Cole Kisco and Austin Freer.
Yeah.
So the line takes a bit of a hit next year.
Yep, bring back Carson Neely, Yuso Young. We have some fresh faces out there.
Two big studs.
A lot of the skill guys come back, minus Peyton Styles.
Yeah, you got Bliss and Wilfong, only sophomores. It's pretty impressive what they're doing. Nice keeper. Jake's coming outside. He's got block. He's got room. He's a bit of a long strider there. I wanted to see him get out in the open.
And the Gators first down.
Yeah, Causer made a nice run there, galloping around the left side.
Yes, the running clock is in play because of the score. 3:30 left to go in the third quarter here.
And speaking of Jake, looks like he shot up a few inches last year or so.
He looks big. Wow, that Capel showed some power. He ran over somebody.
Yeah, he's not afraid to put his shoulder down.
Wow.
Gain of 3, second down 7.
Yeah, Kaiser and Capel are kind of from the same mold. They're smaller built guys, but they will put their head down and give you all they got.
Power's still part of their game, even with their frame. All right, Jake with Capel. Capel working, trying to work inside, but meets 3 Hubbers, number 30, number 1, and 72.
Capel again, the ball carrier.
So 72's Carson Williams.
Short gain, third down.
30, I think you said, was Clayton Kaiser.
Yeah. Third down for the Gators. Third and a long 5. 3 wide.
See if they open it up a little bit here, put it in the air.
I know, I'd like to see Jake throw. Jake fouling his blocks, reaching around. He's close.
On the carrier.
It looks like he's out to the 20, right? Or is he trying to get
short of the yard to gain?
He's trying to get to the 15.
Fourth down.
Probably just a little sneak here. We haven't seen a sneak all night.
Yeah, looks like 4th and 1.
With Jake's size, just
I would just keep it with him.
pick a side and go, Jake. He does it. He's got the first. He gets wrapped up, but
Looked like he took a little stutter step there.
For Gator first down.
Jake is long enough he can just lay down and he'll have 3 yards.
Right. So let's see, the line here is Babcock, Moses, Tarbox, I think Jackson Young, and I'm not sure who's hunched over there. Maybe Phil Hart.
2 backs, each on a side of Causer. Gives it to Capel. He's working inside. Nice spin move for Capel. He picks up 3 more yards on the spin.
Ball carrier.
He's a little bowling ball of a back. Reminds me of maybe a Darren Sproles when he played for the Chargers.
I usually don't pay as much attention to the linemen, but I saw Tyler Philhart blocking downfield. It's good to see these guys staying on their blocks.
67 there. Oh, Braden Babcock. Okay.
Babcock, sophomore. That's where we at here. Second and a reasonable 2.
Oh, we got a fumbled snap. I think
Fumble on the play.
Causer got that back.
Recovered by
Smethport says they got it. Smethport with a takeaway. Now Gators switching out some players.
Yep, looks like Yeager and Crow coming back in.
Score updates. Let's do it.
Okay, we got Red Bank Valley 35, Punxsutawney 21. Central Clarion still up 49-0 at half over Union AC Valley. Brookville 35, Keystone 7. Karn City still showing 20-7 over Ridgeway. And Bradford is up 28-0 over Otto Eldred. Kermansville, Mount Union still show 8-8.
Timeout by Smethport.
So Bradford's going to have a 2-game winning streak, I think.
Yeah.
And Eldred, I mean, they're in a position in that small school Region 3 to do something, but losing that game there is going to hurt them a little. But Cowdy took a loss there. I'm trying to figure out who's at the top of that right now. Is Carrie's going to look at the sheet?
Yeah, looking at my cheat sheet here, the regions.
I know ECC, I think, has dropped 1 or 2. So
looks like coming into this week, Otto Eldred 2-0.
it'll be
Bucktail,
Cameron County probably.
Bucktail and Cameron County were also 2-0. Coudersport 1-1. Elk County Catholic and Sheffield both 0-2. That's coming into this week. So.
Okay. Yeah, I forget about Bucktail, and they haven't had a lot of success since they joined up here. But what's that? I guess so. Yeah, it looks like the clock stopped for change of possession. That's probably the last one of the few things we stopped for here. But yeah, I'd forgotten about Cameron County. So now they're sitting in a pretty good spot here in that region. Ooh, you could probably, yeah. The ball was kind of hung up, and the receiver had to come back to that, so it was kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. The quarterback took a shot on that play. I don't know if that was Causer coming off the edge. Tarbox was closing in on him as well.
It's a tough play for the corner because if he's not watching the quarterback, he's trying to play his man, and then when the receiver, all of a sudden you're chasing him, and then he's trying to come back through you. Your momentum's going through him. I feel for the corners on those types of plays. Corner's got to be the toughest. I think it's the toughest position out there. You're on an island.
Yeah.
And even the person who doesn't know anything about football can see you get beat. You know what I mean? Your play is in front of everyone. It's a hard spot.
49-0.
That's the end of the third. We'll switch sides here and close this game out.
Six. 602 views right now. Awesome. That's great. That's great. Sean will be so happy. We didn't chase anyone away tonight, Carrie.
That's good. I didn't get any text that said I was doing an awful job, so.
I'm sure Sean's
Not yet.
listening. But, I had a thought and it's gone. Long week.
Hot week too, so.
Looks like, yeah, that was a question. When is our next home game? It's not.
Yes, so 10 games this year, 6 at home, 4 on the road. Looks like we play at Cameron County next Friday, then at Brockway, so going on the road for 2, and then home for 2 with Kane and Union AC Valley back-to-back 1:30 games. At Red Bank Valley, that'll be a tough one.
Yeah.
and home with Keystone and home with Otto Elder.
The two games I circle are Brockway and Red Bank. Those are the games it's going to determine who's taking Region 2.
Pass intended for Fitzsimmons, falls incomplete.
Kane, I think, is really down this year. They lost some great players.
Watching those
captains.
Yeah, watching those 2 All-Star games, I saw a couple Keene kids out there.
Yes, on defense. I can't think of his name. Sells, I think. Or no, that's a Keystone kid. But
I know there was a Zamponia and
he's really good.
Dar, maybe.
Dar is a good one, but they had a linebacker. He was kind of Blaine Moses type backer, a leader, just a hitter, and they so far I don't think they're able to replace that this year. All right, 14's got it. He's running. Oh, fumble! He fumbled it.
See if the Gators got it.
He was fighting for more yards and he lost it.
Fumble on the play.
Let's see which way they signal. Did the ball go out of bounds? Nope. Gators ball. Gators ball. Now 14 that's not Sherry. Now they made a switch there, but we don't know who 14 is.
Right.
Man, that drives me crazy.
I see Brendan Fenniger coming off the field. That's a new name we haven't called yet.
Is that a freshman? Oh, yeah, I know Brendan, I think. Yeah, he is a freshman.
Yep. I think I saw Colin Abeldinger going in. He's also a freshman.
Wow.
Looks like 3 freshmen to the right here.
Gators are spreading it out, too. Three wide here. The Gator rumble is very, very loud. That's good. You're supposed to do it when you're on defense, though. I got to get that through to the cheerleaders. I'm going to let them know.
It's like Causer keeps.
He's cutting back. I got a little face mask there.
Causer on the carry for the Gators.
24 with the tackle. He gets up limping. That's Ryan Shields bringing down Causer.
Yeah, I think if Causer would have kept running there and didn't cut back, he would have had a few more, but still got some positive yards.
So the other back with him, is that Smith then to the left of Causer now?
Yeah, I think so. Aiden Smith,
Aiden
senior.
Smith. That's
number
another
30.
kid I remember from youth football. He almost fumbled that, picked it up. Now Causer's just going to take it. He's taking it nearly for a score. I thought he was going to get in.
Yeah, Causer looks like he's having fun out there. He's all over the place.
Down and goal for the Gators.
Again, we'd like to thank Dan Funk, hanging out on the roof. Although he has a pretty good job up there, it's cool. It's not 100 degrees like it is in this darn box we're in.
Nice little view up there.
But thank you, Dan Funk and Dave Bartlett over here. He's running the computer. He's giving us a new thing this week updating us with the games and the scores, which everybody likes to hear. So, and the high school tech. I haven't met this person yet. I believe Dakota is her name, and she came down early, I think, and made sure everything was hooked up. So we want to thank her too. And eventually, we'll probably meet her, Carrie, unless we get fired tonight. We might not meet her.
I don't know how long the line is for people that want this job, but
I'm not sure. I don't know.
it's pretty fun though.
I've done basketball. I honestly, I don't need the basketball. But this I really enjoy. Holy smokes, Henry Troop, I think, just took it in for a touchdown.
We got to stop gabbing.
Have you done basketball yet?
I have not. This is my
you'd
debut.
probably love it. Yeah, you'd love it. Dave does it.
Yeah.
You do it, Dave. Right? He's kind of the behind the scenes, but
would have been nice to see Troop get in there.
I know. What happened? Was it a penalty?
I don't know. We were talking. I was looking at
Or
you.
just at that point. It's at that point. False start. Well, maybe they can get him in here. Him or Aiden Smith. I'd like to see a senior.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Another one would be Crow. I'd like to see Crow score a touchdown. Last year we were able to get some guys in, I remember, and that was really special. To the rest of the players, too. Getting like Charles Kraft in the end zone against Eldred last game of the year. That was special. Troop, don't go down. He's got 6 guys on him. He was fighting.
Now, was Kraft a senior last year?
He was.
Okay.
Yep. And he was another kid that played from the beginning, you know, from Pee Wee's up, but didn't always get a lot of playing time, but he never left the game. And
Yeah. I give credit to those guys that they play all the way up through. They don't get it, you know, don't get the accolades, but you know, you can't have a team without
No.
all those guys playing. So
no. And this year I think of Colton Crow and Aiden Smith, those guys. They've earned this as much as everyone else. Nice fake there. Nice fake by Causer, and he's going to reach in. He reached in. Yeah, they're going to say his knee was down, but that was a good reach.
nice little run, nice reach. He wants in there.
So now it's 4th and 1.
4th and goal.
He does. Now you can get 82 in there, I think. Come on.
The bulldozer.
Give it to 82.
Troop or Smith? Troop?
Get in there,
There we
Troop.
go.
Oh, my gosh. He did it. He did it.
And Henry Troop in for the Gator touchdown.
Troop. Nice.
Yep. Good for Henry.
That's
Happy
pretty
to
cool.
See that.
Good senior.
Yeah, when you watch a basketball game, you'll find Henry hanging out in the corner, looking for the 3 ball.
Yeah. No doubt. Uh-oh, high snap. Causer's going to try to get it.
Nope.
He just lets it go. It's an extra point. There's no
2-point conversion.
no need to get smashed trying to pick that up.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what the rule was. Is it college where you can take it back for 2? I
It's not high school. I know that.
watch so many levels of football, I can't keep all the rules.
I
straight.
know. You play fantasy football?
No, I don't. I never got into it.
Yeah. I played a little bit. I realized I need to be in one league alone.
Yeah.
I don't like it being a stressful thing where I got to track everybody. So I do one, and it does make me interested in the other games.
Yeah.
Let's give a round
That's
of
what I like
applause
about
to
it.
Our cheerleaders, our color guard, and our marching band tonight.
Let's see if we can pick out some of these names out here. See Alex Smith out there. Let's see if I can get them in order here.
No, yep.
Crow's coming off. Aiden Smith, Valen McFall, Julian Capel, Brendan Feniger, I believe, is out there. Tarbox. Looks like Vayu to kick.
Yep. Clock is stopped at 6:41 for change of possession here. Score 55 for the Gators, 0 for the Hubbers.
Who'd I miss here?
Tarbox 74. Watch him go down here and make this tackle.
Might be Phil Hart on the far side there.
Last year, that's where Tarbox showed up on varsity. He made a lot of tackles on kickoff coverage. Ooh, nice. Wow.
Yeah.
That was a big stick there. What
Julian
number?
Capel.
Capel came down and said, yep. I think the player he tackled is injured.
Yep. Hope this kid's all right. That was a shot.
I think he's clutching his lower leg there, I think. Can't see his number. We have a Hubbard down. Clutching his lower leg. Can't read that. Hang on. Yeah, well, coming from him, I ain't gonna sweat that. Man, that's brutal. Wait, he texts me too. Freaking guy. Hey, well, we're live. I'm trying to get a number for the player that's down. Looking at his knee there. The tackle was up pretty high. I mean, he took him chest high.
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay, we got a report. That's number 24.
For Ryland Shields, a junior.
His name we've called a few times today. Got Doctrinetti down there. Yeah, he's up.
Yep.
He's up, and he's getting, with the help of Doc and teammates, are going to get him off.
I'll see if I can announce some
What
of
was
these.
that player? That was.
I can't see where the two guys hold them up.
Shields?
Yeah, that's right, Ryland Shields. So it looks like Tarbox, Babcock, Alex Smith. I think that's Jackson Young, Colin Abeldinger, Henry Troop in the middle, Bradley Stilson, Valen McFall, Liam Hoover, and Aiden Smith, I believe. I think I got them all.
Henry Troop, middle linebacker.
So they're going to swing it out to the right.
Yep. So just how they started the game. That pass, number.
Smith made the tackle there, Aiden Smith.
Pass complete to Clayton Kaiser. Aiden Smith with the tackle.
Aiden Smith with the tackle. Nice.
You know, before the game, when you tasked me with getting some information on Smethport, I started with Paul Costa. Texted him. He was the longtime PA announcer for Smethport. I didn't realize that last year was his 30th year, and I was kind of fishing to see if he had, you know, top 3 moments of this rivalry. And he said, you know, it seems like when Smethport's good, Port's not, and vice versa. You know, thinking back, there haven't been a ton of really close contests.
A little defense by the Hubbard there. He actually should have been intercepted, but the receiver broke that ball up. Nice play by the Hubbard. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like when Smithport was on their run, we couldn't compete with them, and we've never been good at the same time, really.
Right,
And that's really what builds the rivalry. But there's still always been a pretty good dislike. Maybe it's because of the shared colors.
Yeah.
But now it's just funny. We co-opt in other sports, and
yeah, I'm sure, you know, Port Allegany circles Smethport on the schedule and wants to beat them, and vice versa. And probably the same goes for Countersport, just being close to each other. And
wow, he's throwing like there was a NFL. That ball is completed to number 1. Jeff Blake in the NFL for the Cincinnati Bengals used to throw.
Alex Gator with a reception.
He throw these rainbows. That was a gorgeous rainbow, and that one made its mark. So.
Yeah, I was waiting for number 2 Hoover to come back and make the play, but that didn't happen.
Probably lost it in the lights. Oh, that ball could have touched the lights.
I won't say anything on the ride home.
So the number 14 is our mystery player, and he's playing quarterback now. Oh, you said you had the name. I just keep forgetting that. Quick pass to the back. That's going to be a big part of Smithport's passing attack, I think. That
No,
might
14 we don't have a number for. So we're not sure who that is. Guess Mr. Savinsky does. I haven't been listening to him. Has he been announcing?
I need to pay attention better. I'm not sure. I think it's Ryan Pelche from last year. No, just kidding. And Smithport, you know, they did lose some really good seniors as well from last year, Ryan Pelche being one of them. There you go. Nice throw and catch. 21 cuts it back in. Henry Troop says, no, you ain't coming back inside.
Aiden Tanner on the reception, brought down by Henry Troop.
Yep, nice play by Troop.
First down, though. The quick passing game they started out with, beginning of the game.
See if the Hubs can
Starting to click here.
get some momentum going into next week.
Ooh, they played it. I'm glad you brought that stuff. I'm supposed to have all that stuff.
I'm auditioning for the next time.
I'm going to get replaced.
Here comes
Nice spiral. He's got a man, but he's well out of bounds when it hits his hands.
Pass intended for Yeager is incomplete.
That was a pretty pass.
Yeah, the
Just a
quarterback
little bit
had
too far outside.
Tarbox closing in on him. That's not a fun sight. So Smethport has Countersport at home
That's
on
a
Friday.
that's a tough one. Now, Cowdy surprised me a bit. They dropped the game to somebody last week.
Bradford. That was,
I think they'd lost. Is that who they lost to? They lost
Yeah.
to Bradford.
I
Yeah,
believe so. So Smethport's got
they are. Rockaway. Oh boy, the corner thought about cutting that up and getting it.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
Stilson was going to make a play there.
Simmons on the reception for the Hubbard.
Because at that point, he's already out of the play anyway. Yep.
So Smethport's got Countersport at home. Then they've got at Keystone, home with Brockway, at Ridgeway, home with Union AC Valley, home with Kane, and then just says TBA on 10/27. So maybe they're just looking for an extra game there at the end of the year.
All right, 14.
Oh, fumble.
Bad snap. He's just going to get on it. He's just getting on it. Quick cover by number
Fumble on the play recovered by the Hubbard.
50,
He's on
maybe.
second down.
Yeah, number 50 with the quick cover on the quarterback there. But yeah, I don't understand. But why aren't we playing Countersport these last couple of years? Like, what is up with that?
Yeah, with the regions, I know it's not a perfect system, but I'd like to see us play Countersport instead of Central Clarion, and obviously that's who wants to go down and play Central Clarion? But
I think that'd be a fine switch right there. I don't know. I find it pretty frustrating. But we can always meet them in the playoffs. Being, single A
right.
team.
Yeah, I should have.
Last year I thought we
was
might
going to print
run
all
into
that
them.
out, but I didn't. So
Yeah. Cameron County's the dark horse rising up in that Region 1, I think.
who's Countersport playing tonight?
Brockway.
Brockway. That's a tough one.
That is tough.
Let's see what the Hubs do here. Probably air it out.
I don't know what it is. It's second down and long. I know. Second and 20. So 14. Nice throw. Semi-open receiver. Kind of ran him into the coverage a little bit.
Fitzsimmons is incomplete.
The Gators are kind of in a deep zone there. If he'd have just settled down, these guys would be wide open underneath the zone. Let's go, yep. Let's go. 46 seconds.
Yep.
The clock is winding down. Smethport's trying to get something positive here at the end of the game. Quick rush, but he gets the ball up. It's too far out of reach, too much pressure.
Yep. Normally the clock would stop there, but with the mercy rule, and the clock will run. See if they can get another play in here. Gator band playing on Wisconsin.
It is now. I don't know if maybe to set the ball, they stopped the clock there. But so we're not home for a couple weeks. Actually, homecoming's probably our next home game. Oh, what a pass down the middle. He's got to get down, and they got to take a timeout if they want to try to get a score here.
Yep, Hauber came up, made the tackle.
They're not taking a timeout.
And that concludes the ballgame. Gators are
Oh,
winning tonight.
yeah,
55.
yeah. They didn't have enough for the first down. Anyway, that's the ball game, you guys.
Reminder for the junior high
Thanks for
football
listening
players,
tonight,
help
and
clean up after the game.
it may be homecoming is our next home game. I'm not sure.
Travels, everyone.
Yeah, I think we said we had 2 away games.
Good night.
Yes, yep. So that'll be a special
Take a peek at that schedule.
special
again.
day. Some of those players will be coming home for that. We should be back on the air
So we're at Cameron County and then at Brockway.
9:30.
Home with Kane, 9:30.
Yep, home with Kane. That I believe that's the homecoming game. So, yep, 1:30 Saturday game. So we'll see you then. And thank you. That's